the culinary community has such a heart for charity.
Yeah.
And I am just so excited about that. And I can't wait for you to hear about a new project coming up that Joe is working on. Can you share with us about that?
Sure. So I am, not going to be, I am the consulting editor of an exciting project called The Great American Cookbook. And it's a project that Weldon Owen is publishing here in the States. And it's been done in New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, Great Britain, and now the United States. And in this cookbook, we are asking 100 chefs and other food figures around America to share with us a dish that's something that they make for the people that they love. And I'm very excited about some of the chefs that have agreed to participate so far. They include Marcus Samuelsson in New York and Harlem, Charles Phan in San Francisco, Padma Lakshmi of Top Chef fame has agreed to participate, Ruth Reichel. And so we're still gathering and getting a lot more, but those are just a few that have agreed so far. You know, when you ask people to participate in a project that has such a great cause behind it, like No Kid Hungry, people say yes, which is amazing.
And how can they not say yes to you?
Well, I try. I apply them with vegetables.
I love that, from your garden.
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yes.
Aw. Well, I am so excited about that, and I love what Share Our Strength does with the No Kid Hungry program,
it's amazing.
and I can't wait to see that cookbook and share that with you, dear foodie friends. One thing I always ask the Kitchen Chat guest: what are 3 tips you would have for the home chef?
Okay. I would say my biggest number one tip is to cook what I call the building blocks of dishes on the weekends when you have time, and then you've got things that you can use to make quick meals in the middle of the week when you don't have time. So for me, that means a big pot of beans, a pot of grains, rice, barley, some other whole grain that I love, maybe braising a bunch of greens, roasting a pan or two of root vegetables or brassicas, like I said earlier. And then in the middle of the week, right, you've got opportunities to make a quick pasta dish or a chopped salad, or you can puree things into soups, or you can make tacos. And everything has a lot of flavor because you took the time to put in the flavor on a Sunday or when you had some time. So that's my number one. I guess number 2 would be, you know, use what you have. So really think about what you have. As someone who writes cookbooks, of course, I love the idea that I might give some people a great idea for something that they haven't thought of, and they go out and buy all the ingredients and make it. But really, and when you think about it, a smarter way to cook is to start with, what do I have already in my pantry, in my refrigerator, in my freezer, and what is fresh in the market that I think looks great that I can combine that with. That's, I think, tip number 2. My third tip would be making vegetable stock / broth out of the trimmings of your vegetables as you're cooking. This is something that I do all the time. So as I'm chopping onions or trimming celery or carrots or garlic, I keep those trimmings and I put them in a Ziploc bag and keep it in my freezer. When the Ziploc bag is full, I dump it into a stock pot. I cover it with a couple inches over of water, and in 20 minutes, I've got a vegetable broth that I can put into ice cube trays and freeze and have. So that way, and those things have a lot of flavor. And that's a much better thing to do than to buy store-bought vegetable broth, which isn't very good.